You die once and suddenly you're not invisible. Explore the story of Heed, who was a corpse for a while but is back to life and trying to learn about just what had happened, only to discover the story is far stranger than that. Inspired by manga, Alter X Artifact is a new LGBTQ+ webcomic for mature readers revolving around magic and political espionage. This comic features fantastic elements, gripping storytelling, and impressive visuals that pull you into the strange but fascinating world of the comic. Alter X Artifact explores themes of magic, dreams, and relationships, all while deftly weaving a compelling mystery with eye-catching visuals. You're still in time to enjoy the exciting prologue as well, but you gotta hurry over onto the website. So, if you're looking for your next weekly webcomic read, you need to go to alterxartifact.com. That is alterxartifact.com. Now back to the show.
Hello and welcome to Supernatural Selection. It's your weekend weird. I'm Kevin Heyman. With me this week are Mike the Skeptic. Mike, how you doing?
I don't know. I'm a new popsicle, I guess.
Okay, no Ramsey's scream of dread, huh?
No, I'm beyond that. Now I'm just a
Frozen chunk of meat.
yes.
Okay, that'll work. And we have Mr. David Davis. David, how are you?
Emotionally shattered from watching the entire second season of The Bear in the span of 20 hours.
Wow, that's a lot of bear.
It is so good, though. But that's for Sunday.
That's for Sunday. Well, I'm doing okay. So,
Well, we didn't ask.
yeah, no one gives a shit, so whatever. Doesn't
Kevin,
matter.
how are you? Let's talk about you today.
You know what? Let's not talk about me. Let's talk about some weird shit in the world, because I'm fine.
You qualify.
Be fine.
You qualify, so.
I do qualify, actually. I'm doing okay, actually. You know, still adjusting to no meds, so fun stuff. But again, it's the weekend weird, and I have found a fantastic new website full of just shit.
Like dog turds.
Well, more like, you know, a website that has stuff. No, it's basically an alternative to the weird shit I normally look up. I found Phantoms and Monsters, Pulse of the Paranormal at phantomsandmonsters.com. And boy, have I got some articles for you guys.
Awesome.
So let's talk about one that's close to home from June 17th, 2023. Mike, you'll like this. Louisiana hunter encounters possible upright canine in swamp.
Mm-hmm.
The eyewitness was hunting in a Louisiana swamp near their home when they encountered what was believed to be a possible large bipedal canine-like creature. The beast was never clearly seen, but around 1992, while hunting a swamp just before dark here in Louisiana, I was... Okay, this is written very confusingly, and there's no open and close quotes to follow, so...
Hell yeah, quality with a K.
Yes.
And being from the South, there's probably two other Ks in there, too.
Oh, yikes. Okay, so this is supposed to be a quote. The beast was never clearly seen, but around 1992, while hunting a swamp just before dark here in Louisiana, I was stalk hunting while wading through knee-deep water. I saw water movement through some very thick hedgerow-like bushes. At first, I believed it to be ducks. So I sneaked up on to the edge of the brush for a clear shot, but when I got there, I could see movement through the thick brush 6 feet over the water, and at the same time, there was small wakes in the water coming through the brush every time it moved. every time it moved.
Well, now, was that actually written, or is that you putting a little...
That is as written.
And can I interject here as someone from Louisiana? I'm highly insulted by that accent because nobody in Louisiana sounds
I
like
know
that. It's more like drawl Cajun.
No, I can't do that. So you just got to live with it. Okay, where was I? Every time it moved. I was less than 10 feet from this animal, and I could hear it sniffing the air. It suddenly froze still when it picked up my scent. We were frozen in a noiseless standoff. This is starting to sound like a romance novel. We were frozen in a noiseless standoff for at least 2 minutes. It couldn't see me, but it was looking for me because it knew I was very close. I knew this was something weird and my situation wasn't good, so while mostly hidden, I slowly and quietly over a minute or so replaced the bird shot in my 12 gauge with 3-inch Magnum triple-aught buckshot. That's very specific. When I raised my gun to ready fire, it saw me. That's a sentence. When I raised my gun to ready fire, it saw me. And when it did, I believe it thought that I was closer than it expected because that thing screamed like a wild hog being killed times 10. Very hair-raising loud. I don't know that there's an accent that would fit these words. It then suddenly leaped several feet out of the water and about 12 or so feet out into deeper water of about 8 to 10 feet deep. In that instant, when it jumped, I could see its back or something slightly above the... I could see its back or something slightly above the brush. It had spiked hair. When it landed in the water, it sounded like a 300-plus pound animal splash.
Guy Fieri?
He knows what 300 pounds splashing in water sounds like.
Yes, he
He's
does.
married.
It's Guy Fieri.
I was going to say he knows what he sounds like when he gets in the bathtub.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
It remained underwater until it reached the other side of the slough. There's so many words in here that just I normally don't say. When it came out on land, I couldn't see it. How do you know it came out on land? I then made a huge circle around the animal to try and cut it off in an ambush. I wasn't really scared because even though it was God knows what, I knew I scared it more. I mean, I sneaked up less than 10 feet of this thing, and it had no clue I was even there until it winded me. Besides, at that range, a 12 gauge with that load of shots is like being shot 10 times with an AR-15 in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
But he didn't say he fired, did he?
No.
Yeah.
A 12 gauge
So an animal was afraid of his gun, is what he's saying.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sure.
Yep. A 12 gauge load like that can just put a hole the size of your fist through a wild hog. That's an animal that has one of the toughest hides on the planet. There's nothing on this earth that will survive very long with a ribcage shot from that load at that range. I knew this already, and that's why I gave chase. So basically, this guy saw something he couldn't identify and tried to murder it.
Could have been a toddler.
Mm-hmm. Could have been a toddler. 300-pound
toddler.
It could have just been 300 pounds of toddler.
Could have been fucking baby Huey.
Well, he's guesstimating. Yeah, he's guesstimating on that weight. I mean, it could have been like 5 pounds. He wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah,
I don't think you can scientifically or even ballpark guess something's weight by the splash it makes.
Yeah, that's not terribly scientific. I would unless you're Archimedes with a shotgun out there.
Yeah. Unless he's been studying splash patterns in the swamp all his life, which he could be. I mean, maybe he goes out there with his eyes closed and throws or picks up a rock. It's like, that's about 20 pounds, throws it in.
Yep.
Sploosh. Okay, that's what that sounds like.
All right. I need to figure out something weighs 150 pounds. Bring me little Bobby.
Yep.
So that is a straight from the witness's mouth, and also 92. What is that, like 30-something, 31 years ago.
You're asking me to do math?
Nope.
Okay, good, because I don't want to.
Just say I'm right.
Sure.
I can't legally say that.
God damn it, Mike. Nonetheless, that was, I don't know, there's a lot of words in there that I'm like, I've never had to say the term Magnum triple aught buckshot.
So the whole time you were reading that, every time that person used the word sneaked, I jammed my keys really hard into my arm.
So would you like me to explain what Magnum triple aught buckshot is?
You know what? Go for it, because I don't fucking know.
So Magnum is just the gunpowder load. It just means it has extra gunpowder.
Mike,
so it's
Can I just ask, is it a massive condom,
a giant
for
condom
your
for your
Magnum?
Magnum.
I was going to say that
condom for
Magnums are
your
known for
giant.
handling big loads. So
Yes.
So triple aught is just the size of the ball. So it's bigger than double aught.
Weird children.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
And buckshot obviously is just, buckshot. There's several sizes of buckshot, but
Okay.
triple aught, double aught, I think even single aught.
I've heard double aught.
And the aught just is a zero, like
I know.
on the package will be
And
zero.
it says 000, and I was like, well, that's a triple aught in your gun and redneck terms. Yes, there's triple aught.
But so where this upright dog come from? Like, was that?
There is nothing in the story that says it was an upright dog. They
But
just,
that was just the descriptor.
he and they just assume
Yeah,
it was a dog man.
the dog man of the Louisiana swamp.
Okay,
you
he
can
says he
tell
found.
by the giant white turd.
Okay, it says oh, this is old. I found canine-like tracks about 4 to 5 inches wide and 6 to 7 inches long. They were bipedal tracks, and that's it. That's it. He found dog tracks, and he's like, "No dog walks like this."
I've seen dogs walk upright before.
Yeah, it's weird looking, but I mean, what if it was that cute dog that doesn't have front legs?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's just gonna
trying to
blow
murder
its. He's just gonna blow its fucking brains, its head off. Blow its head
Jesus
off.
Christ.
So,
And saying that a hog has the toughest hide, like I'm pretty sure a rhinoceros would take umbrage with that.
oh yeah, I'd love to see a hog versus a rhino. Actually, I would not. That would be awful.
Well, I think Bebop and Rocksteady fought a couple of times in the Ninja Turtles, so.
Yeah. Oh, guys, and just so you know, we should feel good about this because it says at the bottom of every article, in large, bold letters, feel free to post Phantoms and Monsters direct links on your social media and website.
Woohoo!
Thanks for your support.
Hell yeah.
And they have a hotline you can call if you have had a sighting or encounter.
Hotline, Cryptid Miami.
Hotline. I was going to say Miami, goddammit. So that's my first article. I just thought it was kind of, I wanted you guys to know what kind of stuff we're dealing with.
Yes.
Phantoms and monsters.
And monster phantoms and phantomsters.
Yes.
Well, we got a dog person, so how about another kind of fucked up dog here?
Oh no.
Okay, so we're going to talk about our favorite goat sucker.
El Chupacabra. Mm-hmm. Actually, it would be La Chupacabra, wouldn't it? Because if it were masculine, it would be El Chupacabro.
I don't want to try to discuss the gender of the chupacabra.
Look, I'm not saying
there's too
gender. I'm
much going
talking
on
about
right
in
now
the
in the world.
language. In the language, there are
Yeah.
masculine and feminine nouns.
But would you have to find out the sex of the chupacabra?
Oh,
to know
I'm
which
not
way you're-
sexing a chupacabra.
I don't know.
I ain't turning him over and fingering that hole.
You don't generally... Okay, you know what? Let's move on. Anyway.
You don't know that thing's a fucking alien.
Yeah, I got this from the Singular Fortean Society.
Oh, cool.
Yep. Chupacabra
those
blamed
guys.
for livestock deaths filmed running through a field in Bolivia.
Oh, I saw that video. We'll talk about that.
So, yeah, I'm just going to go and read a little bit of the article here. Feel free to chime in, but this is from, let's see, Tobias and Emily Wayland. This was June 17th, so pretty recent.
Thank you, guys.
A creature that some believe could be the chupacabra was filmed via drone in Oruro, Bolivia earlier this month, following a string of livestock deaths wherein cows, llamas, and alpacas were reportedly found dead with most of their blood drained.
Damn, he's branching out.
The video was shot by local filmmaker Carla Flores, who told Telemundo, "It's strange. It looks like a dog, but it has a hump towards the back. Looking at the images, it has the same position that a chupacabra has." Which I do like that because that implies that they are very familiar with the idea of the chupacabra.
Oh, yeah. No, they certainly are. And also the fact that it's Telemundo, I just want to believe the entire thing is, like the entire interview is done in the style of a telenovela.
Oh man, that'd be great. All right, so they go into like the chupacabra and like what it is. I'm not going to do that because we're going to cover it in an episode next time I do American Cryptids.
Yeah.
So getting back to the story here, in Oruro, farmers are seeking help in tracking down whatever may be responsible for the deaths of their livestock, and they have taken extra precautions like increasing lighting at night and placing barbed wire to dissuade intruders. Whether or not these methods will be effective remains to be seen, since there are some who would believe the offender could be a visitor from space.
Yes.
In contrast, Lucio Portugal, a government official in the town of Canalapata, has asked that people not jump to conclusions because it could generate panic among the local population. "We don't know if it's the chupacabra or not, so we need to do our research before we make an early conclusion," he said. Again, like, we don't know if it's the chupacabra or not. Like, the fact that he's actually, like, saying it as a very distinct possibility.
Whatever it is, please don't shoot it.
But this isn't the only event being blamed on the infamous bloodsucker to make the news this month.
Really?
In the southern Guatemalan municipality of Chimalatenango, some believe the chupacabra snuck up behind a flock of turkeys, ducks, and chickens, draining them of blood and killing them.
Like the whole flock.
We have many opinions because some of the neighbors say that it could be a chupacabra, while others say that during the night they have heard what seems to be meowing and have seen a shape of a wolf-like animal at night, one woman said to Guatavision. Regardless, residents want the police department to conduct an investigation. "The truth is not known what kind of animal it is," another woman said. "What we are asking is the authorities to pay a little attention to the situation and help us identify the animal that is behind this all." This attack followed reports of a similar incident that left 75 animals dead in the Guatemalan village of Pueblo Viejo on March 24th. And in May, residents of the rural town of Leona Vicario, 24 miles west of Cancun in Mexico, say the chupacabra may have killed a goat that had its eyes removed and blood drained.
Now that sounds like your classic cattle mutilation.
And there's a lot of weird crossover between like chupacabra and cattle mutilation.
Are you saying that chupacabra are now stealing unmarked helicopters?
Could be. That being said, however, much like in the cases above, there are those that think that known native animals could at least be partially to blame. So jaguarundis, there we go. You ever seen those?
No, I haven't.
So imagine like a house cat with the body of a panther.
I was just imagining like wildcat print under.
Oh my god! I want one.
Jaguar undies.
Yeah, no, I just looked up a Jaguarundi, and yeah, I kind of want one, but like outside.
So you want jaguar underoos.
Yes.
Jaguarundis usually eat the soft parts, the eyes and the tongue. It may have been that animal or another one acting similar. People bemoan the lack of quality on the video and argue it could be a number of mundane animals such as a dog. So let's see. There's also cattle mutilation recently here in the U.S.
Oh, really?
In April of this year, authorities in Texas investigated several such incidents involving cattle with their tongues and the skin around their mouths removed. There was reportedly no blood found at any of the scenes. And then also there's cattle mutilations that began in Oregon in 2019 and continued into 2021.
Damn. Sucks to be a cow right now.
So just cattle mutilation, so hot right now.
Yeah, the new hotness. So my thing is, first off, every time we talk about cattle mutilations, I think about that scene from Sneakers with Dan Aykroyd, where he's sitting there with Sidney Poitier, and he's just got a magazine, and they're quiet, and it's awkward, and Dan Aykroyd just goes, cattle mutilations are up, and Sidney Poitier just, no, and gets up and walks off. And secondly, I watch that video, and that's a dog.
Yeah, it's very indistinct.
Yeah, it's very much a
drone shot from very far away.
I mean, it could just be a dude bent over looking for his keys.
I'll paint you a word picture. It's a large field with furrows, plowed in it, brown, no vegetation or anything, and there's something in that field. I only see 2 legs, so it could be a person just walking through the field. Could be,
it
a
could
dog
be a dog
that
man.
you're seeing, head on.
Could be the dog man from Louisiana.
That too. Could be.
There you go. Yeah.
Or it could just be.
Could be Zipnac the Weezor.
Oh my God, Mike.
But what I appreciate about this is again, the way that people are like, oh yeah, no, it's a chupacabra.
Yeah,
Just very casual about it. Like, oh, we don't know if it's a chupacabra.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, from the bits I've seen, they're not like chupacabra. They're like, yeah, it's a chupacabra.
It's a fucking chupacabra.
That motherfucker got my goat.
Literally. Yeah, a couple times a month. Got to deal with the fuckers.
Also, from watching the video, I'm going, all the live animals they shown were not very well off looking. And so I have to wonder, these animals just didn't die, just keel over and die of,
and get eaten.
Heat exhaustion or, dehydration or something. And we're out there for, long enough that the blood would congeal. Therefore, whenever any animals did finally
sucked it up like Jello out of the tubes.
No, just when they finally did start eating away at it, it didn't bleed because there's only a window that when a body will bleed.
Yeah.
So once the heart stops pumping, blood will just trickle out. And then even after a while, the blood is going to congeal in the arteries and veins. So unless it's a fresh attack while the animal's alive, there's not going to be a lot of blood.
Okay.
And also the eyes and lips, soft exposed tissues are, some of the first areas hit by small predators and birds.
No, yeah.
Ravens pecking your eyes out.
Yes.
That they're easy prey for the insects too.
I'm fair.
Yeah.
But what if black helicopters with chupacabras in them?
I'm going to say probably not.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be cool to see paratrooper chupacabras?
I mean, I can think of a lot cooler things.
Yeah, but it's a Saturday morning cartoon waiting to happen.
Sure, I guess.
Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but,
Yeah, so it's like a family-friendly toyetic cartoon, but once per episode, they have to absolutely just fucking devour and suck the blood out of the cow and graphic detail.
And then they tell you,
I got it. Black Ops Helicopter Chupacabra. Black Ops Helicopter Chupacabra.
Yes. And then at the end of the episode, they tell you not to stick a fucking pencil in your nose.
Mutilate your cattle. Olay.
Oh, that's our next thing. That's all right. We got to pitch that.
Need to do a shirt of a chupacabra, in the rat rod style with a straw and a cow skull.
Yeah, the rat fink.
Yeah,
rat fink, but with a chupacabra drinking blood out of a cow skull.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
That'd be fucking rad.
Yeah, no, I'd buy one.
I think I need to draw that. Fuck.
I think you do. Hopefully we can remember that one, Jesus, and do the TMNT style logo.
We got it on tape. So, the TMNT thing is going to be a separate.
Oh, okay.
You got to have 4 of them.
Yeah, don't mix your styles, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just a word balloon with him yelling, "Donde es aquí?"
Fuck, that sounds cool. I may start drawing that in a little bit.
Which I just gotta say, during Mike's explanation, you know, I always love Mike's explanations. I usually pay attention, but like I was looking at pictures of Jaguar Mundis, and I still want one.
Oh yeah, no, they're adorable.
For,
They're like
for the yard.
like they'll fuck with you, but
Oh yeah, no, it will cut your fucking face.
oh yeah, no.
Yeah. So Mike, what you got?
So less fantastical and more just weird.
Is this mushrooms again?
No, that's story number 2.
Oh, good.
But story number 1 is Nintendo Duck Hunt gun was used to hold up convenience store for $300.
What the ass?
Hell yeah.
A South Carolina man, surprised it wasn't Florida,
I know.
man, he allegedly robbed a convenience store using a fake 1980s, could have been early 90s.
Yeah, you don't know.
1980s
Well,
Nintendo
was it gray
gun.
or orange?
I'll get to that. Getting away with $300 in cash. York County deputies reported that 25-year-old. Okay, so he wasn't even old enough to know it. He just like
I don't
found
even
this
know what
somewhere.
it is.
Yeah, David Joseph D'Alessandro entered the convenience store at about 5:45 p.m. on Tuesday.
Man,
Tuesday,
during the rush.
wearing a mask, a wig, and a hoodie sweatshirt. When police say he waved the fake gun at the clerk.
Now, I'm picturing him wearing like a ski mask with a wig on top of it.
Yes, no, that is literally what he's wearing.
Oh, awesome.
Well, a mask.
Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't say ski mask. It just says mask. So it could have been like a clown mask or something.
I guess.
They had a wig. And he had a hoodie, but I guess he didn't have the hood up, maybe? I don't know.
I mean, maybe he was in character and he had like the Duck Hunt dog as a mask.
Oh.
So Del Sinandro allegedly demanded the clerk hand over the money from the cash register before quickly exiting the store. He was located in a Dollar General parking lot down the street from the Sharon Quick Stop when the theft occurred, and was found with a toy pistol in his pants.
Well, goddamn.
The authorities identified the pistol as a fake Duck Hunt pistol. I'm just going to call it the Nintendo Zapper because that's the proper name.
Yeah, the Nintendo Zapper.
Identified the pistol as a Nintendo Zapper used in the 1980s Nintendo game Duck Hunt. It was other games too. Come on, you had fucking Hogan's Alley.
I appreciate how pedantic you are about this.
Yes.
Like the priorities, man, priorities.
Yeah.
What was the other one? There was like Gumshoe or some shit. There was all kinds of games.
Yeah,
okay,
there was a couple.
There was 5
There's-
games. I say all kinds.
like
There was
3
literally
games.
5, and some of them were like extra modes of other games.
Sure.
Wild Gunman, that was one of them.
It goes
Right?
into this whole history.
That's a baby's toy.
That's
Well, they actually say ducks with the NES Zapper, so they do name
Okay.
it properly. Was originally bright orange and gray. No, it was gray. And,
No, it was gray and gray.
well, it was-
motherfuckers.
well, the first one was gray and beige, and then they changed the gray parts to orange in the second version.
I was going to say it's dark gray and light gray was what I had.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's gray is, yeah.
Oh, we are getting like bogged down in semantics here.
When I said I appreciate you being pedantic, it wasn't me like encouraging you to go
To be
further
more
with it.
pedant.
Panicked and pedantic. That's a great shirt.
Pedantic
So,
at the
New
disco.
That's me.
Yep.
That's not the hustle. That's the electric slide.
This isn't 4-4, motherfucker. It's 5-4.
Yeah. The York County Sheriff's Department released images of Del Sinandro and the Duck Hunt gun on its Twitter page in response to requests about the fake gun's appearance. Quote, "You asked, and here it is. The black spray-painted Duck Hunt game controller gun."
Oh.
So, yeah, there's
paint.
a picture of it, and it's painted black. The
Has it-
trigger's still orange, and then like
Yeah, has it still got the glass in the front that you can see reflections on?
it's a side view, so I can't tell.
Okay.
I'm assuming it was either glass was gone or was just painted when he painted the rest of it.
Okay, that's fair.
So they found the gun in his pants, and he was arrested and booked in the York County Detention Center. Police have not released additional information confirming if Del Sinandro has previous criminal record, but he continues to be held at the detention center without bond.
it doesn't answer the important question.
Yeah.
Did he ever play Duck Hunt?
Probably not. He probably found it in like a thrift store or in his like
In the attic.
In the attic, yeah.
Well, it's
maybe
in the
his
Carolinas. Might be the basement.
His dad's really mad because, he was really wanting to play Duck Hunt again.
Spray painted the damn thing.
That you ruined its resale value.
I just wish we had the sound of the dog laughing right now.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Maybe I can make that happen. I doubt
Please
it.
do. Please do.
I'll try.
So, yeah, that's that story.
Fuck yeah. Duck Hunt, man. Love it.
Yeah. Duck Hunt crimes.
Duck hunting crimes. The only crime that's acceptable with a duck hunt gun is shooting that goddamn dog.
Well, the crime is the lead picture of this isn't even the Duck Hunt gun. It's some generic, like, orange gun in the picture.
I want to hear about somebody trying to rob a convenience store with a super scope.
That would be pretty ballsy.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Remember when that was in that first Super Mario movie? The Super Scope? Yeah.
Yes, it was a bazooka. It was the de-evolution gun. That's right.
Yeah, I had a super scope. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
no, it was
weird
fun,
to
man.
use.
It looked neat, but I didn't use it that much. Mike used it mostly. I was like, hey, let's play Gradius.
I remember, what was it? Yoshi's Safari, I think?
Which one was that? Was that with the super scope?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you telling me you shot things?
No, it was like, it's been a long time, but I think the whole point of the game was you're on, like, Yoshi's back, like, firing things at, like, Koopa Troopas and stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes more sense compared to what I was thinking, which is you're shooting Yoshis.
You're just hunting Yoshis. Oh, no.
Yeah. Look, endangered dinosaurs. Blam!
Russell!
Oh, God, that was very well done.
Yeah, there's a few voices I can do. Yoshi's been one of those I've been able to do for a long time.
I like that. I'm proud of you.
Yep.
Yeah, Yoshi. Last week we had Ray Romano.
We know Yoshi. We know.
Well, we had a terrible Ray Romano.
Oh, why are you talking about this? I can't.
Oh, I'm Ray Romano.
Ray Romano.
Sports.
Give me your funky rhymes.
Oh, don't eat the baby.
God damn it. Okay, so I'm back up, I guess. I've got another one, once again from phantomsandmonsters.com.
Ooh.
June 15th, 2023, U.S. military operation tracks and kills Bigfoot pair in Alaska.
Yeah.
Aw.
Take down them terrorist Sasquatches.
Yeah, I can't wait for this to say it's 1968 or some shit. So, a classified military operation occurs in Alaska in which a platoon is assigned the task of tracking and killing a particular Bigfoot. The eyewitness came forward after many years of silence. See what I tell you.
Now, why did it start, like, in the present tense?
I don't know.
What the
Bigfoot
fuck?
That Bigfoot
This-
knew too much.
This is such a high-quality website, guys. I love
I'm
this.
so goddamn mad.
Yeah, you're an English teacher.
My keys are getting some fucking mileage in my flesh tonight, man.
Okay. Well, the names in the following account are changed to avoid criminal prosecution. Both I and the man who told me of the incident are holders of now inactive top-secret clearances issued by DONCAF, Department of the Navy Central Yeah, some shit. I don't know if the details of the incident are still classified. This is why I've changed the names. I apologize in advance for the cryptic nature of the story. However, I have known this man, I'll call him Jim, and served in combat with him for many years. I have and will stake my life on his integrity. People have been misled to believe that these are animals, so it's okay to kill them. Some time ago, Jim was sent on a TAD temporary additional duty to a unit in Alaska. Is that English?
That sounds like jargon that's vague enough to be true, but probably
sure.
isn't, but it's meant to...
Sent on a TAD temporary additional duty
That's
to
just
a
the clarification
unit in Alaska.
of the TAD.
They could have just said mission.
Yeah.
Or it could have
additional
put that in
duties.
parentheses so it wasn't so
Yeah.
goddamn cluttered. Mo- Man, we were just tearing this apart. Most of the time there was spent on field daying at this or that location, sitting around and passing scuttlebutt rumors about the nature of their purpose there.
Wow, Kevin, your website has really terrible grammar.
Doesn't it?
It's just like, did they just do text to speech?
This is done with Dragon software.
I think it's done worse with that. I think
Yeah.
it's actually like typed by
It's by Dagon.
5-year-olds.
They left the R out. This is actually Dagon speech to text.
Dagon unnaturally
Yes.
speaking.
Yes, the official title is simply Secure Force Training was conducted on target acquisition, field navigation, and winter survival alert drills were called almost daily. That's a sentence.
That's an abomination of English.
Oh my God, this is way longer than I thought.
Glad to know that you read it ahead of time.
Yep. Sorry, it's been a week. We haven't had power a lot. Jim and his platoon responded to the alert as always, only this time the truck they had boarded started pulling out.
As
Sexy.
As opposed
That's what she
to,
said.
Wearing a condom.
Yeah. He said they rode from 15 to 20 minutes to get out there in the middle of a huge valley, at which point they were told to follow an officer and a civilian guide.
He didn't pull out of the valley, that's for sure.
Hey! He and the others walked quickly at first for about a mile, then were told to be quiet. They are also told to check their weapons, standard M16s and A4S. And one guy had
A4s?
I guess, and an M40 and a 7.62 by 51 millimeter bolt action rifle.
Wow. Okay, so they use the M designation for the regular rifles, but then don't use the M designation for the
Professional soldiers.
that would be, I don't know if that'd be a DMR or a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
But the bolt action would be, basically what everyone would think of as a sniper rifle.
Right. They were told they were there to kill an animal that was a threat to the compound and local residents. Jim told me that he had been on edge until that point because he didn't know what they were up against, but that a hunt for a bear or something was a relief. They spread out in a skirmished line and moved forward slowly and quietly with the guide about 20 yards in front of them. They had advanced that way about 150 yards when the guide stopped. They were just inside a tree line on the edge of a large meadow as the line got to the
I
guide.
thought they were in a valley.
Yeah. You noticing that?
Well,
you notice that?
you can
Mike?
have a meadow in a valley, and then the
Sure,
valley can be
but-
ringed by trees.
Sure, but I question this.
I'm just wondering why they sent so many people to go after like a bear.
Yeah. Well, because it wasn't a bear.
Because it was a declassified Bigfoot.
Yeah.
No, I
Remember,
just-
it's supernatural selections.
I'm just the guy's like understanding that it was like a bear. He didn't like question that. I don't know. I'm looking for logic in something that's
Just wait till we get to the lizard tits in this one. So,
Big Yeti Naturals.
yep, we're back to them.
Big Yeti Naturals.
As the line got to the guide, Jim said he saw what looked like a dark brown bear about another 50 yards into the meadow. The officer pointed to the bear and indicated that there was their target there at that point. He and the others cycled the bolts on the rifles and took aim. That's when the bear stood up, only it wasn't a bear. This just
It was Richard Nixon.
Y'all, this just turned into Who Was Phone.
Yes, it did.
This turned into Who Was Phone. Only it wasn't a bear. He said it was about 6 feet tall. Bears can be 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
And wide, flat shoulders, not the sloping shoulders of a bear, and the legs were too long to be a bear.
I give them that. Yeah, bears have stubby legs and they're slopey.
Its head was humped. Well, he didn't pull out. Its head was humped, and it had a long and... Wait a minute, let me go back there. Its head was humped, and it had a long... and it had a long arms. And it turned its head and looked at them. Was this written by Ralph Wiggum? What the fuck?
I'm gonna ask you to vet these in the future.
Okay, that's fair, but
I think this was written by like the 80s version of ChatGPT. Back when it was just like throwing words together.
Yeah, it was a speak and spell.
yeah.
Yes.
No one fired a shot. The thing grabs with an S something off the ground and started running
It's
away.
the
That is
fucking
two
tense
tenses.
switches that is
They're-
it's destroying me.
Oh, David,
wondering-
calm down. You're too tense.
I was wondering
Jesus
why I was feeling
Christ.
uncomfortable and on edge.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
how
I
much
do
it's
this show
hurting you.
I do this show to get away from my day
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus Christ.
No one fired a shot. The thing grabs. Yeah, okay, we did that. That's when he saw the second one, smaller in his words. About maybe 4 or 5 feet tall, following the big one. They were quick too. The officer in charge hollered, "Shoot," and we opened fire. The first to go down was a smaller one. They shot a baby. They shot a baby.
Child. Or,
Fuck, they murdered. It's like the Viet Cong. The big one stopped while still under fire and went back to the small one. Oh my God. Dropped to a knee and let out what Jim described as the cry of a mother over her dying child.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
I saw the hair on his arm stand up when he said, "I kid you not."
A complete
So-
thought.
So they murdered a child in front of its mother, then murdered the mother, and everyone left. And they all got hammered because they murdered a child Bigfoot and left him there.
I'm sorry, but I don't think I understand the parental like reflex, but I don't think anybody that is like that would stop when being shot at or had any other danger and turn around and just start weeping for their slain child.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's Bigfoot. Bigfoots are different. And I'm sorry, I just pulled the mic this time and read the worst animal story of the episode. I am so sorry. I will vet these better in the future. Jesus Christ.
Oh, just the poor baby Bigfoot, and then just all the
Bigfoot murder.
I don't know which was murdered worse, the baby or the English language in that one. I'm sorry.
Christ.
I apologize.
So the baby Bigfoot is just a theoretical murdering, but the English language was definitely raked over coals.
Oh,
and,
yeah. Like there's a
eviscerated.
gravestone, just bury it.
and like American History X curb stomped
Yeah.
into this article.
Guys, we're going to have to start speaking Mandarin now because there is no way we can continue with the English language because it's dead.
Yeah, no, that was rough.
That whole thing was a roller coaster, but the problem is there were no ups.
Yeah, it was very much a downer.
It was that no, there was one up at the beginning, but it's that roller coaster that just is the increasingly smaller loops that is designed to kill you.
Yeah.
I
what it was.
just I look at things cinematically sometimes. So you have this. I have this visual of all these like Vietnam era, soldiers in Alaska. Unfortunate Son is playing, and they're just mowing down Yetis.
See, I'm
Jesus
just
Christ.
sitting here and I'm hearing, there must be some kind of way out of here. Blam! I killed me a baby.
Just fucking helmet painted like Born to Kill. It's got like a bunch of Yeti skulls painted on it.
Man, Forrest, why'd this happen? You got shot.
I'm doing my part.
Oh, God. Fuck you.
Starship Yeti Troopers.
Oh, God. I hate it. I fucking hate it. Oh, that was I'm so sorry, guys. David, have you got anything to bring this up a little bit?
I think I saw that whole thing play out in one of the Planet of the Apes movies.
Oh, God.
That third one, yeah.
The newer ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to go back
Amazing
and watch
trilogy, by
those.
the way.
I've only seen the first one.
Oh, motherfucker. Okay, anyway, we'll talk about that on Sunday. Oh, there you go. You have something to talk about on Sunday. Okay, so here we go.
Boy.
Okay, so I got this article off of Insider. So this is a thing that happened in the 60s, but it's something that was posted on the 14th. A man knocked down a wall in his basement. He found an abandoned underground city that was once home to 20,000 people.
Okay, this is a Welcome to Night Vale story. Were they tiny?
Nope. Here we go.
Okay.
Stretching 280 feet below the Earth's surface in Turkey's Cappadocia region is a web of tunnels and cave-like dwellings that once housed 20,000 people. The ancient city, Derinkuyu, lay abandoned for decades until, in the 1960s, a local man noticed his chickens were disappearing through a gap in his basement that had opened up during renovations. After knocking down a wall, he found a tunnel and accidentally rediscovered the sprawling subterranean city. Now part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Derinkuyu is open to visitors, although they can only explore 8 of its 18 levels. And then this is a kind of like a gallery of imagery, but it has some factoids attached to it. But if you have it open, it's really cool to see. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it's an 18-level underground city in Cappadocia. At its deepest point, it reaches 280 feet below the Earth's surface.
You know what this reminds me of? Mm-hmm. You remember that story about the lady that like had a draft behind her medicine cabinet, and when she pulled it down, there was a whole other apartment behind it? Mm-hmm. It's like that turned up to 11.
Right. You got fucking,
the Dunny from Myst.
Right?
Yeah, so, you just found the Dunny civilization in your basement.
So Cappadocia is particularly suited to underground dwellings. Its landscape is made of volcanic ash rock called tuff, Tuff, which is pliable and dry, making it easy to carve with simple tools. So yeah, this happened in 1963. Guy was remodeling his home. Chickens were escaping through a gap. He opened it up, and then boom, underground city.
That's badass. Mm-hmm. Mike, what would you do if we were remodeling the house and found that?
Not go down there because I've seen enough movies where.
See, because my thinking is, fuck it, let's just move there. Just move everything down in there and be squatters.
No, we sublet it.
Ooh.
More than 600 entrances to the ancient city have been found within people's homes, the BBC reported.
So it's just like a communal cave system.
Right. According to Turkey's Department of Culture, it was built by the Phrygians in the 8th to 7th centuries BC. It was first referenced in a written text in 370 BC. Used for thousands of years, at first for storage and then as a place for people to hide from invasions and conflict. It's just, it's rad, dude. It's just really rad.
That's badass.
Yeah.
I would re-dub it Party City and like rent it out for stuff.
Oh, interesting. So like back in the 1920s, it was abandoned by the Cappadocian Greeks when they fled to Greece during the Greco-Turkish War. So I guess this guy just found. Yeah, no, it's weird. So like in the 20s, people knew about it and then they just, I guess, forgot it, or they knew of a portion of it, and then like discovered a whole other portion through this guy who was renovating.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, it's fucking cool, man. Some Lovecraftian shit.
Yeah, no, it definitely sounds like the rats in the walls.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and like large stone doors and shit. Man, this is cool as hell, dude.
Yeah, you'll need to link that or something. I need to.
Yeah, it had a well for water, ventilation shafts for fresh air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's like really cool.
And livestock on the upper floors, so their smells and gases did not affect the lower dwellings.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's interesting. So yeah, it sounds like maybe like a portion of it was known for a while, and then just people just kind of forgot about it, and then rediscovered part of it.
Or a lot of the people that knew about it fled back to Greece, so. And then the people that took over just didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Maybe they, were sealed up or stuff like that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
imagine there's like one dude that's been down there the entire time that's gone mad.
They'd be really fucking old.
Yeah, I know. Just imagine you're down there. It's like, oh, wow, this is really interesting. You hear from somewhere in the distance.
I like how looking through all of these are very organic shapes, like they're
Oh,
rough
yeah.
hewn, like it has a lot of like, rounded archways and stuff. And then there's one room that has like actual like blocks and stuff, and looks kind of like a subway.
It's got like that Disneyland Imagineering kind of look to it. Like if you're on the Indiana Jones ride, waiting in the queue for the Indiana Jones ride.
So this is under the tag about the animals, but those look like a kind of like L-shaped line of urinals.
Interesting.
Nah, it's cool as fuck, dude.
Yeah, no, that's really badass.
Wow, and seeing the people in the stairway, wow, that looks claustrophobic.
Oh yeah, you ever been in a cave system, Mike?
Not a cave system. I've been in like caves. I do want to like go to Mammoth Cave or something sometime, but
See,
I've never
there's
been in an actual.
If you go to Blanchard Springs in Arkansas, you can take an elevator down into the cave system, which has been. It was lit by the guy that put the lights up in Carnegie Hall way back when, so it's really impressive.
Yeah.
And it's like 50 degrees down there all the time. It's great.
I've had a lot of dreams about caves, so I don't know if I've ever actually been in one as a kid or something.
You could be a troglodyte.
That too. But yeah, the only caves I've been in, I've been able to see the entrance from the back of the cave, so not very deep.
Oh yeah, this is there are 2 tours you could take into the Blanchard Springs caves. One of them is a walking tour. The other one you have to have like climbing equipment. So
I want to go on the one where I have to have bondage gear.
you, just you. But I really want to like I would love to discover like a fucking city like that. That would be badass.
I just always wanted you ever heard about I think it was in Tennessee, the house where they found like a big cave basement where they have been growing marijuana.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, that's what I want in a house. I just want, a big
Marijuana?
ass. No.
Oh.
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt, but it's not my prime motivator. But just a big ass cave basement.
Sure. Yeah, no, that'd be great.
I want a basement with a pool table.
You know, we had a friend with a shed with a pool table, and while not as cool, it was pretty badass.
There's not many basements in central Mississippi.
Yeah, we got this Yazoo clay stuff that basically nobody's got a good foundation. Yeah.
And I come from Louisiana, where nobody has basements because if
Water.
if you did that, there would just be swimming pools.
Yeah.
Fair.
Well, thank you for that, David. That was really cool.
Yeah, no, it's got plenty of neat pictures, so I suggest everyone who's listening click the link to the article and enjoy.
Definitely. So, Mike, have you got something else for us?
Yes. Be afraid of the fungus.
Oh,
because
no.
a ringworm causing super fungus is infecting people in New York City.
Hell yeah.
So doctors
Wait, that's bad.
Yeah. Doctors have reported the first U.S. cases of ringworm caused by an emerging and highly drug-resistant fungus.
Ooh.
Super ringworm is on the loose in New York City.
Super ringworm.
In a report this week, doctors and health officials have detailed the first known U.S. cases of the itchy infection caused by a contagious and emerging fungal germ, one highly resistant to many existing drugs. The fungus was first identified in South Asia, but it's possible that it's now circulating locally in the area. Despite the name, ringworm has absolutely nothing to do with worms that can sometimes infest our body. It's a catch-all term for fungal infections that cause circular rashes on the skin to form the titular,
Titty rings.
titty rings, the titular ring. There are different names for ringworm depending on the main site of infection, such as jock itch when it's around the genitals and the well-known athlete's foot.
Bum, bum, bum.
There are over 40 species of fungi known to cause ringworm. While ringworm can be very contagious through direct contact, it's usually mild and treatable with over-the-counter antifungals.
But not this
But a
motherfucker.
newly identified ringworm fungus called Trichophyton indoctinae, maybe, that might be your beating around the bush there, has turned out to be a much bigger problem than expected. T. indoctrinae was discovered in South Asia several years ago, and it spread with alarming speed throughout the region, especially in India. Even worse, the ringworm it causes tends to be severe and hard to eradicate, often because the fungus can resist multiple antifungals. More recently, it started to be spotted in outside South Asia, with reports in France, Belgium, Switzerland, and now the United States.
Well, in all fairness, all the others were colonizers, and they probably deserve it.
Oh, here's a fun bit. Details of these new cases were published Thursday. Well, this is a while back, obviously, in the Morbidity and Mortality Weekly Report. How's that?
How
for
do
a
you subscribe to
newsletter?
that?
The Morbidity and Mortality Weekly Report.
Sounds like the agony column back in the old days.
Sounds like something like a joke the Addams Family would read.
Yeah.
A journal run by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
That's pretty badass. I need to subscribe to that.
Yeah, so it just goes on about cases. 47-year-old woman linked to travel, rashes. But yeah, so the fungus are coming for us. It's among us.
Well, we knew that was coming.
It's a really interesting way to promote the new Ninja Turtles movie. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
Is it? Is it really? I feel like we should go back and do another fungus episode at some point. Because there's just so much now. And Mike, I think I get an idea for a segment for you outside of your normal stories. What's going to kill us this week?
This week it's fungus.
Yeah.
Mixed in with chupacabras, I guess.
Yeah, chupacabra fungus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's not terrifying, but worrying. So I guess wash your balls, everybody.
No, not just wash. It's like
Powder your balls, everybody.
I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean, it says
It's
there
resistant.
I'm gonna dip my balls in it.
I mean, I guess don't go going barefoot into public showers at the gym.
Yeah, David, real quick, that balls joke. I was listening to last podcast, and they mentioned a guy named Lou, and Ben Kissel goes, "I want to dip my balls in it." I was like, "Holy shit! I haven't thought about Louie in years."
Yeah, don't go dipping your balls in strange.
And don't go chasing waterfalls.
Yeah, don't.
Stick to the rivers and streams that you're used to.
I want to throw something at you, but you're way over there in California. Damn you. Well, that's fine. Everybody look out for fungus, okay? It's not a good thing to play with. Don't put it in your mouth unless it's on a pizza.
And that's good advice. That's good advice.
They don't.
Yeah. Don't lick the fungusy floor.
Don't rub it on your junk
Don't scrape your balls across the floor
or the fungus.
So, well, David, I believe you were having trouble finding anything from X.
Yeah, they fucking failed me.
Okay. Well, I've got something for my segment from Reddit already. And it's not from r/Discordianism. This one is from one of my favorite new subreddits. It's called r/brand new sentence, which is a great subreddit. The title of this one is "I'm sorry, what the hell?" It's a screenshot of a tweet. I almost said a photograph that tells you how old I am.
Look at that photograph.
God damn it. Says, my son has recently informed me the wall people who always have their eyes open don't like us anymore. Just curious if anyone is free tonight to help me move the fuck out. And the first response is, well, that's one way to describe pictures on the wall, I guess.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Basing your life around what a child says, it sounds a little dicey.
Yeah, I know, but it always freaks me out when a child says something like, the old man that lives in my room said this. And it's like, wait, back the fuck up. What? Do we need to call Chris Hansen?
Look, children are just hallucinating like nonstop. You can't. They're. You look up unreliable narrator in the dictionary, and it just has a picture of a 5-year-old.
Okay, now that being said, you should at least look into some things that children say. I mean, don't discount like the bad man touched me. You should always listen to shit like that.
Well, yeah,
at least for investigation.
I'm not saying like blow it off, but I'm saying like,
if your kid says the wall people are mad at you,
like, don't assume it means like something supernatural. Like, look and see, like, well, do you live in an apartment? Are there next door neighbors that were having a fight?
Sure.
I mean, shit like that. I'm not saying, don't believe anything a kid says. I'm just saying don't make major life decisions until you vet the information.
Sure.
Yeah, like if your kid's telling you that there's some freaky shit going on, just check it out. Just look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check it out first. Yeah.
Don't just like, in general, like, here's some freaky shit. Check it out, but don't.
Don't just immediately set the house on fire and move to another state.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good piece of advice. So that's it for that segment. There's not that many great comments except people going, hey, you should check out this subreddit called r/no sleep. And I'm like, okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. Check out these other subreddits that you can't because Reddit's like half dead now.
Well, the ones they're linking to are open, so it's all
they're freaking scabs. That's what they are.
Yeah, I had a Reddit moment where I was like, oh man, I just finished one Gundam series, want to move on to the next one, and the Reddit was no longer active, and I lost my bookmark comment, and I felt sad, but then I remembered why they're doing it, and I got over it.
Yeah, it's been very hard to Google things the last couple of weeks because, like, I would usually look for, like, when I want to Google something, I would look for a Reddit thing because usually I find the best information, like, in a topical Reddit thread. But every time I click them, it would go to this is private. I'm like, oh yeah, that's still going on. Fuck.
You magnificent sons of bitches.
And like David said, I understand why.
It doesn't make life
it's just it really shows you like how fucked up like the way information is distributed on the internet is, because like Reddit is a huge repository of knowledge, and that knowledge is just being like pulled away.
Yep. Yeah. And Reddit's like, fuck y'all. As a company, I mean.
Yeah, and they're just like, not only just not fuck y'all, but fuck
Spez. Fuck Spez.
They're the ones that like built the value into Reddit.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. So, guys, how about we go to some questions for the show?
Sure.
And we'll talk about a little of the discussion surrounding that as well. So, I put out a call for questions in our Discord, which you can join by going to discord.supernatpod.rocks or just head to supernatpod.rocks and click the Discord link at the top. So, first, Sam has been apparently just loading his clip to just fire these off at us with 3 right off the bat. So, we'll take them in order. So, thank you, Sam, for the questions. First, what, in your opinion, is the most supernaturally charged number? And I'm going to go with 23. Like, just from observation, I'm going to go with 23 because of the coincidences surrounding it. And its use in some magical rituals?
I will probably go with 3.
Okay, you'll go with 3. I mean, technically, I want to go with like 4, and I know a lot of people will be 7, but like 23 for me, not 23 and me. And David, you said
3. Just 3.
My brains. 3. Yeah, Mike, what would you say? I know you don't believe in it, but like, you know, if you had to pick a number, I was
going to say, do you know who you're talking to?
Yeah, if you had to pick a number that might, or one that is like loaded with like coincidence and stuff.
It's all pattern recognition.
Yeah,
so
I know.
All answers are equal.
Sure, but what's one you've noticed?
If they're all equal.
Just pick a number that you've seen a lot. There we go.
1.
Okay. All right, that's fine. That's fine. All right. So, question number 2. And I have an answer for this one. I had time to think about this one. What cryptid took down the sub?
I'm not sure it was a cryptid. I think it was an orca.
Yeah, see, my thinking is it was the ghost of Harambe riding the ghost of Shamu while the ghost of George C. Scott stands to the side and just nods sagely.
They're all giving each other handies.
Yeah, no, high five.
The other one I saw going around was like the ghost of those who died on the Titanic, just like pulling the dude down.
Yeah, I could see that. I love that somebody went and edited the Wikipedia article to add 5 to the total.
Fuck, man. It is pretty wild how like collectively the internet is just like, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
Although I feel bad for the 19-year-old because when you read about,
yeah, I feel, he didn't even want to go.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. I feel bad for the families. Those guys in particular, though.
No, and I feel bad for the one dude there that was like just an employee.
Yeah, that guy,
the diver. Because you had two billionaires, and the owner of the company who designed and made all these decisions. Those I can not give a shit about. But the son who really didn't want to be there, and the diver that was basically just an employee. Yeah, they didn't deserve that.
No, they didn't. But
got some good memes out of it though.
Fuck. Oh God, you're damn right we did. Mike, what cryptid do you think took it out?
I know exactly what it was. It was the horrible green-eyed monster.
Ooh.
Greed. Yeah, because he just cut corners and didn't want to pay for certifications.
Did you see that quote where he said safety is waste?
Yeah, no, it was all kinds of bullshit like interview stuff that come out of the woodwork.
Like you give me that quote and it sounds like something you get from fucking Elon Musk.
Well, I love that the picture they have with the quote isn't him; it's fucking Captain Murphy from Sea Lab 2021.
And not to like really overly defend a piece of shit, but Elon Musk at least is better than this guy.
I'll give you credit. He hasn't killed anyone yet.
Oh yeah, no, Elon Musk has plenty of blood on his hands.
I don't know.
It's I wouldn't say he has blood directly on his hands, but
no one's died from the Dragon capsules.
Not directly.
Goddamn.
There was a engine test stand explosion that I think killed 4 people.
Yeah, but that wasn't like gross negligence on the part of Elon Musk himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that
right? That was shit that's gonna happen.
That might have been like their negligence.
Things.
I never saw a final report on that, whether they did something and violated protocol or they just didn't have protocols. But this guy like makes Elon Musk look like, I'm gonna feel nauseous saying this, but looks like he makes Elon Musk seem like he makes good decisions. Yep, I'm gonna have to take some antacid.
Yeah. So, to move along from that, so we don't get like all serious. Sam also asks, which cryptid has the most sexual stamina? You thirsty person, you. David,
it's got to be the reptilians. You get them a rock, let them sun themselves for a couple hours.
Oh, they're going at it. Yeah, no, I'm with you. It's reptilians. Mike? Horny cryptid. Who's got the most stamina?
We already talked about it. It's the Chupacabra. He's a Latino lover.
Oh, that's right. You did say that. That's
No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying, we talked about him earlier.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. So you're saying it's him because of his South American nature.
Yes.
That was French. What is wrong with me?
Hot-blooded Latino.
Jesus Christ.
God. Oh, God.
It's like Ricky Ricardo, but with back spikes.
All right. Our next question. I don't know how to say your name. It is either Nohua or Know-how. And this isn't a question, but they said it's not supernatural, but I think you should talk about sundown towns because, to be fair, they're kind of weird in a fucked up way. Mike, are you familiar with the idea of a sundown town?
Is that like, retirement community?
Oh, you
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
wish.
What is this?
This is one of those towns that has the sign says, "Don't let the sun go down on your black."
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those towns where if you're outside after dark and you're not white, you're in deep shit.
I know. I what?
Have you seriously never heard of
I'm
these?
thinking of some sunset.
You're thinking of a sunset retirement thing. No, sundown towns are much worse.
If you want a good example of this in like media that's supernatural related, Lovecraft Country. Yeah.
Lovecraft Country?
They did a wonderful job with that.
They had a sundown county. Yeah, it was a sundown county. It was a race to get to the county line.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That was like the best part of that show because it went downhill quick.
Like this, I do think it would be great to kind of like talk about this just as like, history. But again, it's not super.
Unless we can find some kind of story that relates to
like it's incredibly like fucked up shit that everybody should read about. But
it is. Everyone should know that it happened so we can try to keep it from ever happening again.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like
there are still some in Texas, apparently.
I'm sure there are some.
And some unspoken ones, too. Like, everybody knows.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You don't go to whateversburg.
There is one in Mississippi, now that you mention it. And I don't want to say the town, but, like, I have a friend that moved there from Arkansas, and they didn't live there very long because the first day they were there, one of their neighbors came up, knocked on the door with a welcome basket, introduced themselves. So, they were very nice, very kind, and then told them, no, we don't talk to black people here.
Wow.
And I was like, wow.
Wow.
Wow. That's fucked.
Wow.
And it's just
yeah.
It's like all this reminds me of what was it? The Tulsa massacre?
Oh shit. Yeah, the stuff they talked about in Watchmen?
Yeah. I had no idea. They didn't teach me that shit in school.
Yeah.
Like I
we
never
went to
heard
school
of
in the South. I didn't know it happened.
Like, yeah, and I have to learn about this from a fucking HBO TV series.
Yeah, a sequel to an adaptation of a comic book.
Like, I'm watching this going, so is this like some like alternate reality thing?
No.
And I just decide, well, I'm going to look it up, and I look it up, and I'm just sitting there reading Wikipedia going,
oh, God.
what the fuck?
Well, it's also kind of like Bleeding Kansas, you know what I mean? Like, I heard about that, but it's one of those that they don't talk about a whole lot. Like, when it... there were again talking about getting this stuff from media. Like I had already known about Bleeding Kansas, but specifically I was watching Hell on Wheels, and they had a whole thing where a character was involved with Bleeding Kansas and everything like that. Again, it's it's good when like media can spotlight some of these things that you don't get to learn, especially in Florida.
Well, let me tell you something, man. Here in Mississippi, we got one. And this is... Are you familiar with a civil rights activist? Medgar
Sounds familiar.
Okay, big deal down here. He is a local civil rights leader.
basically like on par with like Malcolm X or MLK.
Yeah, he was up there, and he would have been higher up, except that he was murdered by a white man named Byron de la Beckwith. And Byron de la Beckwith was never tried for that murder until, and this was he was killed in like the early 60s. David, they didn't prosecute him till me and Mike were in fucking high school.
Yeah, in the 90s.
In the 90s. Like 30 years later, they finally prosecuted him and sent this 90-year-old man to jail for the rest of his life, which was like 2 fucking years. And I'm like, yeah, no, this country has got a history that certain parts of it don't want to talk about, and we need to. So that's there. We got all serious again.
Yeah.
So, shit, this is dumb shit. Yeah, so, let's see. Then there was a discussion about the Sideways Dingo Cabal, and instead of nothing is real, everything is permitted, changing it to do what thou wilt, let it harm none, and lo, one shall challenge and obstruct those gray faces who would spread their fnords and oppression. Yeah, I like it too. It's a little long.
Let's tighten that up.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of do no harm, take no shit.
I like that one too.
Fits on a t-shirt.
Honestly, good t-shirt right there. Fucking put it out there. Yeah, like just honestly, text.
We should tweet
honestly
at those
just like
bots.
regular Arial text, all caps. I'd fucking wear it.
Yeah, I may do that.
So just to throw this out there, I had an idea before the show. I told Kevin about it. Have you, David? Have you seen the shirts that basically just like text printed that says introverted but willing to discuss cats or something like that?
Yeah.
I thought about one. Skeptical but willing to discuss.
There you go. I like it. And then
I like that too.
Scully would wear it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, that will be her night shirt, I think.
When she stays over at Fox's,
like trying to rev me up.
Yeah, no, I'm getting pictures in my head, and I need to. No, I'm kidding. So that's all the questions we got, and we still need to come up with a Dragon Con ribbon.
Come on, guys!
The show.
Come on, do it! Hurry!
Those off soon.
Yeah. So, like, if anyone out there listening has any ideas, if you can get it to us, kind of quick.
Do no harm, take no shit.
I have to look up what I need to. Well,
a little long, but we might do that.
Well, so like my thoughts is I want to have like the last line be the URL.
Ah, right.
And but I think I need to look at the exact like layout, but I think it'd have at least, or at most maybe 3 lines of text. And
you know what my favorite,
have like some kind of like icon on there.
Yeah. You know what my favorite ribbon I got last year at Dragon Con was? Just the green one that says pity ribbon, because I didn't have any ribbons.
Yeah, that's what that one was for.
Yep. Somebody was like, "Oh, here." I was like, "Oh, I feel awful." So, well, that's all we got this week. Anybody got anything they want to plug?
You can go check out my comics. They update. They're fun. Worth a read.
Yeah.
I'm talented.
Yeah, if you're a fan of science fiction and animals. It is quite a comic, actually. I really enjoy Cosmic Dash, so everybody go check that out. He is a talented man.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I've known you a long time. I was a fan before I was a friend, so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, bless your heart.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's actually like fighting words.
That's usually oh, bless his heart. He's so fucking dumb. That's usually how that goes. Oh, bless his heart. That boy's as sharp as a bag of
get
wet
like Micah
mice.
blog or something. Or have him start fucking blogging shit. Goddamn.
Oh, we've tried that before. Mike doesn't have anything to say.
I'm too lazy. Like, I got a lot of shit rattling in my head, and I just like.
It would be great if he just finds weird news articles for the blog and just likes write 1-sentence summaries of why this is not a thing. Like that's his angle.
Well, one time one time Mike did a blog post. And I don't remember where his blog. Oh, that's right. Mike had an Angel
hell yeah.
Fire
Yeah, it was my
site,
Angel Fire.
and he updated it exactly once, and it said, "I don't like asparagus."
No, I have updated a couple of times, but like, so I had like, if I remember right, it was like 3 or 4 posts, like, you know, within the first 2 weeks.
That how it usually is when you started a website.
And then
back
the next one was like 3 months later. And then the next one was like a year later. And then I think the final one was 2 years after that.
And that last one said, "I still don't like asparagus."
Now, do you like asparagus now?
Yeah, the first. No,
no.
Wow. Wow. Not even bacon wrapped asparagus?
Mike, admit it. You think you're ruining the bacon?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Perfectly good bacon.
Yep.
Makes my pee smell funny.
I like asparagus.
I've never
just
really
fine.
eaten asparagus a lot that much, so I mean, like, enough to make my pee smell funny. So I don't know for sure, but I just know
I come in peas.
I'm not a fan of things that are green.
Yeah, Mike's two major sources of food are bread and meat.
He's a fucking pirate.
I
Well, he drinks a lot of
Jesus
rum
Christ.
too. Man.
Oh, man. We need to get you a tricorn.
You don't. You need to get. Yeah, I meant to mention this earlier when you mentioned the Phrygians. Do you know how I know of them? Phrygian hats. You know who wore Phrygian hats? Smurfs.
Oh.
Yeah, Smurfs wore Phrygian hats.
I learned something
kind of fun
today.
thing.
And that's a good thing. Any day you learn something is a good
always
day.
a good thing. Yep,
Yep.
I agree. So that's it for this week. I hope you've all learned something. Specifically, vet your articles before you go into a fucking show where you're doing new stuff so your co-hosts don't think they're having a stroke. So, we'll be back next time with some more fun stuff. So, until then, you can find more information about the show at supernatpod.rocks. You can find a link to our Patreon, our Discord, where you can join our community, which is a crap ton of fun. And you can also buy stuff in our store, where we'll start putting some more shirts up. So, thanks, guys, for being on, as always. And we will see you all next week. So until then, stay safe and stay frosty. Goodbye.
La 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 la.
La 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 la. That got dark.
oh
Gigantor the Smurf.
Gigantor.
It's taller than Gargamel.
God